Good morning, everyone out there. I am Corinne Braxton, and I'm coming to you live from Boca Grande, Florida. It's a beautiful sunny day here. It's April 2nd, 2024, and it's about 78 degrees. And today is our last day here in Florida. We'll be going back to Montana tomorrow. I'm going to check to see if if I'm in the right spot. Oh, I can see myself. There we go. That's good. It's always good. And we'll see if we can find some comments, and we'll see who's going to be the first to find us this morning. And if you are watching this in replay, you can, or on YouTube, you can always fast forward through the first few minutes, of course, and get to the heart of the stamping project. So anyway, everything is, I've got everything. My room is getting cleaned up here and cleared out. Good morning to you, Kathy. You were in Fort Collins this week. So happy you're coming home. I'm happy you're coming home too, Kathy, at the same time. Again, good morning, Carla, and everyone else that's tuning in right now. We have just a few good morning, Stacy from Southern Florida. And thank you for sharing. And remember, share, thumbs up, hearts, all those things, comments. I love reading your comments at night or in the afternoon. Good morning, Jolene from Minnesota. We've got people tuning in from all over. I brought out my my stack of colors that are retiring. They are Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Parakeet Party, Orchid Oasis, and Starry Sky. If you don't have these, or maybe you have these, but you don't have the re-inkers, please get those now. Don't wait another day or two, because they will start by April 1st. They will be gone. So just warning you now a little bit about that. So get any papers, any designer papers, gems, ribbons, all of those things. You can certainly wait until the day of the sale. Good morning, Cindy from Colorado. The day of April 9th is the beginning of the last chance list, and things will go on sale. If you're up early or after midnight, you can get things on sale easily, but by morning, things really do sell out. So get those now if you need those, especially the refills, or if you want to have like 2 refills for each pad. That's usually what I try to do. They are wonderful colors. I love them. We do have some nice colors that are coming this year too. These are very bright, but the next colors for the in colors are going to be more pastel. And they're very pretty. I think you'll like them a lot. They go nicely together. It's interesting how the trends, the in colors stay for 2 years and then they retire, just like the clothing and home decor trends, all those things. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have going. See if I can find people. Yeah, okay. Yep, thumbs up, hearts, all those things. Those are great. If you haven't joined my email list, please do that. I had last Friday afternoon, I had a craft along. I had a really good response, people watching, and people bought the kits. Or if you want to go back and watch that, you can watch it on YouTube or on my this Facebook business page. Okay, today we're going to be working with this wonderful set called Hills of Tuscany. It's on page 20 of our mini catalog. This mini catalog is good until the end of April. So this is retiring. And here you can see I've marked it with an X because it is retiring. On the following page, I've marked stay because that fern set is staying. So it's quite interesting. I go through and I mark the whole catalog so that I know what's staying. Some things will go online. For example, that blueberry stamp, that's going to be an online stamp. So we have a lot of things, and it's really a little bit tricky. We don't know exactly if things are completely retired or if they're moving to online exclusives. So the online exclusives are getting bigger and bigger, and things are, you should definitely go there and always check out the online exclusives. We're also going to be using this stamp set called Comforting Thoughts. And this is an online exclusive. So instead of using the sentiments from the hills of Tuscany today, I'm going to use sentiments from this because it is excellent. I think it's really a must-have. And I do have the number for that too. It's only a $20 set, and it's just really, really nice. We're also going to be using this arch, this wonderful arch, and that's in Garden Meadow. So that's what we're using today. So let's turn the camera down, and hopefully the sound will stay alive today. Hopefully no one's going to interrupt me. I have it on Do Not Disturb, but sometimes if a family member gets through, then it'll sort of kick us off, and that's what happened last week. I don't know, that sound. Can everyone hear me okay today? So it worked okay on Friday. All right, here we go. Close your eyes. Camera's going down. These are the cards I did last Friday afternoon. If you haven't watched the video, go back and watch it, because it was, I think, a good one. I'm trying to get this to hold in place. There we go. Okay, move my things out of the way. I won't be able to see your comments as easily now when I'm stamping, but I will get to them, and I will come back too. We have a brand new host code. It's April's host code, and here it is. So if you're placing an order with me, please use that host code. And if your order is over $150, do not use that host code, because you become your own hostess and get rewards. So these are the cards we did. We did 2 with the thoughtful expressions and 1 with the magnolia mood. And good morning, Susan and Jackie. Good to see you girls. Jackie from Tennessee, Susan from Montana. So those were last Friday's stamp craft along. Okay, and let's get started. I have 3 cards prepared. We are going to be using the piercing mat today for everything, because we have all photopolymer stamps. And we are using the Hills of Tuscany, page 20. And it's got 16 pieces, and I think we're probably using 15 of the stamps today. So, and it has some great sentiments. Hello, wishing you peace. You're in my thoughts. I just can't thank you enough. They're really nice. But we're going to use that. We're going to use the comforting thoughts. The comforting thoughts. And there are some wonderful phrases in here. I'm here for you. I'm so sorry. Cancer sucks. You can do this. We're here for you. You're not alone. I'll be using this one. Healing, peace, rest. I wish I could make this better. Wishing you comfort. Thinking of you, praying for you, hoping with you. There's no good card for this. Isn't that the truth sometimes? Anyway, it's a great set. I think it's one that you'll want to keep in your collection for a long time. That's the number, 163-691, $20. Good one. It's an online exclusive. So that's what we're using. And then, of course, we're using, I've already done all the die cutting with the Meandering Garden Meadow set. Okay, we'll try to do 3 cards. We'll see how our time goes. So we're going to be using these birds and, what are those called? Birds and, hey, Levon, dragonflies. I couldn't think of what the word was. Dragonflies. So I love these. These birds fly 2 directions, left and right, which is neat, and then the dragonflies can go any which way. So we're using those for all of our embellishments today. We are using a lot of colors too. I'll show you all the ink. We have quite a pile here. Now, I do not pack up my ink to take home or my cardstock paper, but all my other things, or not my machines or anything like that. I keep those in Florida. These are all the colors. We might use Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Wild Wheat, Crumb Cake, Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Balmy Blue, and Gorgeous Grape. So, I don't know how many of you have ever been to Italy. Such a fabulous country. I've been there 3 times, once when I was young and when I was teaching school, and then a couple times on Stampin' Up! Trips. So we went on a Mediterranean cruise. One time, I loved that. It was fabulous. And then one time we left from Rome to go to Greece. Anyway, so this is the card we're going to create today. I used a Mossy Meadow, and we're going to maybe change that up to something different. So I've got a couple different things. This is Seafoam. So we're going to make a scene like this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I already have this all cut out, so we'll just set that aside. And we're going to use a Cajun Craze. Usually we only use Cajun Craze in the fall for leaves, but it's really good, I think, for this house in the Tuscany area. It's 5.5 by 8.5, basic size, scored at 4 1/4. Side folding. We're going to stamp on a piece that is actually 3 3/4 by 5, and our inside is the same thing, 3 3/4 by 5. I also have a green one. We can see which we like better at the end when we put it all together. So anyway, this is called soft Seafoam, and I just took a piece that's 4 inches by 5 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4. And let's see what's here. We've got a lot of stuff on this table, and we'll just move that all aside. We're gonna stamp a little bit. We're gonna do our inside also. We're gonna do our stamping. So we're going to stamp on one of these white pieces. I'm gonna just stick the other ones right there. And there we go. And let's see if I can, I did these a couple days ago. We have, yes, well, it's a beautiful place for sure. I'm going to just set this aside for now. There we go. That'll work just fine. I don't know if I can maybe bring this closer so that I don't have to reach quite so far. Let's bring this over here so it doesn't look quite so messy. There we go. Just come in a little bit more. And we're going to start with our sky. And you can see I have a lot of stamps. I have this dish of stamps. There are a lot. As I said, 16. And then I have a whole nother dish of the words. So we're going to do the scene first. And it's not hard. It's really quite easy. At first, I was just a little bit intimidated. I thought, oh, goodness. I always like these sets of stamps like this. But this one had so many, I wasn't sure what to do. I watched a couple of videos, and Michelle Zindorf has a fabulous, she's a wonderful Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who does a lot with brayering, and she does some outstanding work. So I learned a lot from her doing a video like this. She's very good. She's very talented. That's her specialty, is creating scenes with brayering. So this is Balmy Blue, and I'm gonna stamp that up, and I'm actually going to stamp off on it because we don't want it very dark. And you can use this, I'm gonna just set that like that, and you can use it like this, and that's what I'm going to do. It's very natural. It leaves white spaces and clouds, but it's just really, really nice. So that's all we're going to do with that Balmy Blue for now. Close that up and scrub it on my chamois. Then we're going to put a little house in there. So I have the house and the roof. And I also cut a mask. You really don't need a mask so much, but I cut one just to show you. Okay, we're going to use Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. And we definitely would need to use Old Olive for the hills. We're going to use Crumb Cake for the house. And we're going to use Cherry Cobbler for the roof. And I chose Cherry Cobbler because I just thought it would be good to have a red roof with a sort of a tan building. So I'm going to put that right about there. I'm going to do it full strength. These are distinctive stamps. So they are, they have shading in them. And now I'm going to do the red roof. This is a little tricky. It's not hard, but it's harder when I have my camera, my image is so far away from me. I'm going to pull it a little closer there. That looks great. Super. Now, red ink will always stain your photopolymer. You can do things like condition it with Versamark. I never do that, but you can. Some people do that. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some shrubbery. There's this little dotted, it could be flowers, it could be shrubs, it could be all kinds of things. I'm going to just put that around the house as if it's, could be rocks, could be all kinds of things like that. Just going to put a little bit like that. Okay. Then I'm going to start bringing in my hills. There are two hills. They're shaped like this. I'm going to set that right there. That's going to be my mossy. And then my inside is going, or my other part is going to be old olive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the inside here actually first, and I will, with a hill. Oops, I just got fingerprints with ink. I've got green all over everything. I wore a green shirt today, but it's not very good. I don't have much green in my closet, so it's not the right shade. I'm going to do a hill right here. Actually, I'm going to use this one, the big one. I'm going to do a hill right there. Like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Mossy Meadow on top like this, just to give it a little bit of interest. And then I'm going to put some trees on top. And that's going to be our inside of our stamp card, our stamp card. Okay, now so inside is done. Let's see if I did anything on the inside. No, there we didn't. We could put some words. Healing, we're going to do that. We're going to do that in a minute too. So we're going to do our scenes next. So I'm going to ink up this hillside, and you could almost see that it's very distinctive. And I'm going to go like that. And then I'm going to go over here a little bit, just alternate it a little bit. You could definitely, you definitely could go, you could stamp off if you wanted to. I didn't. Now I'm going to take the smaller one. I'm going to sort of fill in. You can turn these upside down. Doesn't make any difference, like that. I'm going to fill it in with this right there. I'm going to fill it in right there too. And that white space does not bother me one bit. That's just fine. And we're going to put some greenery on top of the hills with our Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to it just sort of fits on there really well, like that. Put a little bit right there, a little bit more right there. I think that should do it. And that's good for now. I'm going to put a little sun in there, because if you're in Tuscany, you want to be underneath the Tuscan sun. And we're going to use crushed curry right there. Crushed curry. I see I sort of missed a little bit along the bottom. And let's see if I can get that with my blender pen, maybe a little bit. No, I don't have my markers out there in the cabinet, but that would work too. That would work better. Okay, now we're going to do our trees. I'm going to close up this old olive. We're going to do our trees and the Stampin' Up! Gave us 2 sets of trees, 3 trees and 5 trees. Oh gosh, look at this. Oh dear, good thing I'm on my last of my baby wipes too. So Oh goodness, that is really quite a mess. So hopefully I'm not gonna get things too inky. Okay, we're gonna do the 5 trees first. We're gonna put those, I think, right over here. We'll put them right next to the house. And we're going to do the 3 trees. I think we'll do them right there. No, I think we better put them, because that's going to get cut off. So we're going to put them right there, just like that. They're down a little bit too low, but it's all right. You get the gist of it. Anyway, that'll be okay. So now, if we had masked the house like this, then we could stamp over it, and we could even put the trees over, and it wouldn't hurt it at all. I didn't feel like we needed to do that, so I didn't. But we might try it on a different card, okay? Alrighty, let's see what's next. Okay, let's put our card together. We better find some words. We're going to put our, oh, there it is. We're going to do our words, healing, peace, and rest. We're going to do that on just a little strip. Oh, I don't even know. I think it's about a 1/2 inch. Healing, peace, and love. So I have another whole container of stamps, because that's how many we're using a lot. Healing, peace, love. Let's see once. And I'm going to use wishing you comfort. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this in the same color as the roof, the Cherry Cobbler. There we go. Oops, got a little smeary there. We'll do it again. There we go. Healing, peace, and rest. And give it a good clean. That red is very, very, can be very messy too. This set is really fun. I think you will just love it if you get it, or if you have it. I hope you'll use it. We're going to do wishing you comfort. Like that. There we go. Isn't that pretty? With that, there's so many times it maybe isn't even it's not a sympathy card necessarily, but it's one that could be used for someone who's suffering or in pain or something like that. Okay, that's going to be our inside. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to take this away, move that away. And this is going to go on here like that. So I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. It's so funny because today I thought, where in the world? I have like 4 silicone mats in this small room, and I can only find one. But they're here someplace. They just get hidden. I'm using my Tombow. So there we go. Last night we had our wonderful Italian dinner. Our friends are here from Montana, and we had a wonderful dinner last night at our favorite Italian restaurant right here on the island. It's called Scarpa's, and oh my gosh, the food is fabulous. So anyway, that was fun. So, and I have almost everything packed except I don't have any clothes packed. So when I say I have almost everything packed, that means I have everything in my craft room packed up. After this video, I'll be able to, and then Terry can haul it. So anyway, there we go. Now you tell me, what do you think? Do you think old olive for the background? Like that? What do you like? Do you like old olive? Or would you like Cajun Craze to pick up that little bit of the Cherry Cobbler? Which one do you like? And then we'll add the inside too. In the meantime, while you're voting, so you tell me, hey Jeannie, Martina, good to see you. Oh, Leslie, this set is for you for sure, because you like watercoloring. You would love it. These are some gorgeous cards. I mean, I think they're fun. Cindy, I say old olive, Cajun. I see. Okay, keep voting. Which do you want? I'm gonna cut this off, and we're gonna put that on our card. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna snip it like from the angle. We're gonna just angle cut it like that. And I'm gonna put that on with some Tombow, not Tombow. We're gonna do that with our tape runner. Okay, we're just gonna lay this right across here like that. Trying to keep it as straight as possible. Okay, let's see what you voted on. And Cajun Craze, Anne. Good to see you, Stacy. Beautiful, thank you. Oh gosh. Carla said Cajun. So we have 1, 2 Cajuns, 3, 4. Martina said Cajun. I think we're gonna go with Cajun today. So I'll just take those extra pieces and we can take them with us. You know what? I think I'm going to just add a little bit of something right. There's a spot where those trees are. I'm going to just add a few more right there. There's a little bit too much white space by that house as if it's floating. Okay, so we're going to add this to the front. I'm going to pop that up and then we're going to put this on the inside. You can see how messy I have gotten today. Oh goodness, we have 2 more cards to make. So there we go. And now we're going to put one of our large dimensionals on. You know, I just cut these up. I love that Stampin' Up! Has given us these. We'll take one big one like that. These are dimensional sheets and you can cut them. I have a whole dish like this that I use that I just cut up and keep right here. Of course, I use my dimensionals, the regular size and the mini ones too. So there we go. There is our card. And we're going to add some birds and some dragonflies, maybe. I think we'll just add birds on this one. Okay, so we're going to add a couple birds. We're going to have this bird flying toward the middle. I like to have things, I like to have things going toward the middle. I don't like things looking like they're off the paper. Maybe right there is good. Okay, and there's our card. So, which do you like better? Do you think you like the Old Olive or the Mossy Meadow? Which is your favorite of those 2 cards? Isn't that fun? Isn't it? It's not hard. I think that you will really enjoy this stamp set a lot. So, again, I bet many of you already have the frame. The frame is terrific with all kinds of things. So do you remember recently in the annual, was it the annual catalog or is this online? This Meandering, it's online. Meandering Meadows. I bet many of you have this. This is an excellent one to use with that frame, to frame those flowers in the meadows and the trees. It's also a really good one with that winter scene that we had. When did we have that one? I don't know. But last winter was it maybe? I just love this paper. And I've got a sneak peek for you today. So stay tuned for the 3rd card because that is going to be one that is going to be the sneak peek. So let's go on to card number 2. We're going to do another one. So which one did you like better? Do you like the Cajun or the Mossy Meadow? Which one is your favorite? Munch, you said Cajun. Martina, Cajun. Okay, will you let me know which one you like the best or better of those 2? Okay, we're going to use, I have never used this paper. It's called Just Kidding. It's in our mini catalog. It's with these little kids on one side. And I just really don't like it. Rarely do I not like something. I do like the opposite sides. I like these more neutral sides. I don't like that. I just don't like, I love this one. But anyway. And this one I think is really cool. So we might use that one today. Anyway, that's what we're using. It's called Just Kidding. And we're going to make a card with that. And get pieces out of here. Okay. And remember, I do have all of these things typed up already. And as soon as the video is over and I get things uploaded, you will see that. You will see all the directions. Okay, this is an easy card. It's smaller. So we're going to start with a white base, 5.5 by 8.5. And we have an olive mat. This is just a wonderful, wonderful format, I think, for a card. I use this a lot for swaps, especially when I'm making a lot of cards. And I'm going to have my white is going to be 3 3/4. 3 by 4, and it's going to go right onto that old olive like that. And so if you want to take a screenshot, you're certainly welcome to do that. And here is the strip. So on this one, I used that green stripe with the sort of the wild wheat in it. But on this one, I thought maybe we would try the wild wheat color like that. Okay, so that's 2 inches wide. So we'll put that on there right now. Let me get that. Okay. So you have to look at the backs of your papers too. There we go. It goes from from one corner to the other. There we go. And that looks really nice together. I think I'm going to cut that off a little bit. Where's my scissors there? My snips. Just to cut it just a fraction too much. So there we go. Alrighty. And now we can, we're going to do our stamping. I'm going to do the stamp that comes with the set. This is the one you're in my thoughts. It's a very nice set. It's a very nice stamp instead of words. Okay, we're going to just put that up here like this. It just fits perfectly with this design. Ink it up, tap, tap, tap. You're in my thoughts. And there we go, just like that. Isn't that a nice sentiment? And let's see what I put on the inside here. Oh, there it is. And we'll do that right away while we have our ink out. This one is so cool, I think. I love this. We're going to just open it up and put it right there. And it says, thinking of you, praying for you, hoping with you. I think this would be really nice for someone that had cancer, and you don't want to say, it's just hard to know what to say sometimes. So anyway, that's a nice set of stamps to go with that. Okay, now we're going to put our green is going to go on there like that, but we're going to wait because we're going to do our scene first. And so we're going to put that over there so I can sort of see what I've done before. And I realized I already stamped the blue sky, the balmy blue sky, so we'll just use that the way it is, and we'll go from there. So I think this time, we'll stamp the hills first, and I'm going to actually put down a sheet of my paper over this because I don't want to get my piercing mat all full of ink on this small piece. So we're going to do our hills. And we're going to do our house second. There we go. And we'll do another one right over here. And right there. Okay. And then we're going to do the other one. The little hill is going to go right there. And right there, we'll leave a little bit of white space. And now we're going to put the house in. Let's see. And this time I think we're going to use the, we'll see how that we do. You can try it with the mask, I think. That would be good. And we can add some things. I'm going to find the wild wheat. One thing, ladies, too, when you buy photopolymer, when they are made, they have a little coating on them to release from the molds. So it's always good to really scrub them off with your chamois Make sure they're, and stamp them a few times on your grid paper just to make sure that they're stamping well. So that's what we're going to do with this one. This one is not going to be using the, I'm going to put that hill right there. And it's just a little bit, my ink is it's so blotchy. And let's see once, it's because it's so juicy, and I I should have taken some of the ink away with a spoon, but I didn't think of it. So, and now we're going to do our red roof again. That's going to dry lighter also. And we're going to put our roof on like that. Looks great. And now I'm going to take, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my house that I already, this was, we sell masking paper. Stampin' Up! Has masking paper, and you pull it away and it's very, very sticky, but it's good. You can use a Post-it though too, but you can use masking tape. It's got sticky, and I just save it then. And now I'm going to just put that right over that house like that. And we're going to do our trees. So we're going to do some trees in our Mossy Meadow. These look like Cypress trees to me. I don't know. I think that's what they are. Cypress trees. We're going to do our 5 trees right here. I'm going to go a little bit right over the house. We're going to do the 3 trees down here by this side of the house, and we can take this off, and you can see that it didn't cover any of the house at all, so that's sort of neat. I'm going to save this inside of my case, so I just put my mask. I did actually cut 2 of them. This is what stamps that I get rid of most of my stamps, but I really like these scenery sets. We have another one in the catalog. It's called Oceanfront, and I would have used it, except I don't have it here. I have it in Montana. So I'm going to add this time I'm going to add, I'm not going to put some dark in there. I'm going to add some purple. We're going to add a little bit of purple, like it's lavender in there. So let's try that and see how it looks. I don't know. You just play with whatever you want. Michelle, if you go to Michelle Zindorf's video, she has a really neat perspective, like with lavender fields. So I think that's really neat. So we're just going to add a little bit of lavender right there, and there we go. Just a little bit of color. And we're going to do one more thing on this card. We are going to color in, where did I put those? We're going to color in our windows. I'm going to move this aside. Oh, I forgot the sun. Forgot that sun. Now, where is that sun? There it is. And I'm going to put that sun, actually I'm going to put that mask back on the house. Like that. Whenever you're masking and you cut out a mask, you want to make sure you cut it, you don't leave any white space. Okay? Now I'm going to stamp right over this house with the sun, like that. Now I'm going to pull it up, and there it is. Put my mask away. Now you could not do that. It would look funny if you did that, if you stamped over the house without a mask on. So it helps tremendously. Okay, this was something that Michelle Zindorf advised, was to use your Stampin' Right marker. I've done one in brown and one in black, basic black and early espresso. I'm going to just color those windows in. You don't have to do this. It's a little tedious to do. So, but anyway. So how are you all doing? You're getting a lot of snow. We're supposed to stop in Wisconsin tomorrow. I don't know that it's going to be possible because they're getting a ton of snow. Do we have anyone on here right now who's from Wisconsin? I know Carla, my sister, is. Is anyone else on here? Is Anne Marie on there? We have several people from Wisconsin that watch me. Okay, that's not the best job in the world. It looks a little, but anyway, it'll do for now. Okay, there is our card, and we're going to put that right there. And we are almost done with this one. Okay, this mat, this olive mat, is just 1/4 of an inch larger than my white. 3x4 is an excellent size when you're making cards because you can get a lot from your designer paper, a lot from your cardstock. So, just like that, and then this is going to go on like that. And we're going to pop that up with another dimensional. And I have one already cut out. So we're going to put that, so there we go, just like that. I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, that's such a big waste to use so much like that, but it's fast, and I like to create quickly. There we have it. And we're going to put one, I think we're going to put a dragonfly on this one. Or maybe not. I don't know. I think we'll put a bird on it. Put a bird on. Well, we'll do a bird right here. Okay, just put one on that one because it's a smaller scene. And there is our card. Here's the other one. Which one of these do you like better? Do you like the one with the wild wheat or with the old olive? So that is that. And then I have some more things I can use for the envelopes to cover the envelopes too. So we'll put that aside. Which one do you like better? So you're enjoying some more. You like wild wheat, Jeannie. I do too. I think it's really sort of a nice look to it. Has a little bit of a distinction. It pulls in that the wild wheat. The house looks like it has a little air under it right there. This one's a little better. This one I added some of those hills, and I added the green above, the dark green above the hills too. But there's, I think, enough distinction. This one has lavender in there. So anyway, there's our second card, and now for a sneak peek. So, oh my gosh. So when today is the first day that Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, any of you out there who are demonstrators, you can pre-order paper and inks and all the new colors and things. And it will be all the new things. The new annual catalog will be live for customers on May 1st. But today we're going to use one of the brand new sneak peeks. And I was able to get this from the product premiere purchase from OnStage a few weeks ago. This is the designer paper I thought I would use today. It is spectacular. It's so simple. It's 6x6, and I'm going to show you. You get, I don't know how many sheets, a lot. I think you get 4 of each. I'm just going to show you part of it. So there's one side, the other side, this side, and that side. Isn't that gorgeous? There's some Cajun Craze, and we're going to be using that. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. And then here's one with some lavender in it. Look at that. Very good for watercoloring. This one looks like it has some Highland Heather flowers. Very pretty colors with Tide Las Lagoon. And some Misty Moonlight and some pretty peacock there. This one has Cajun in it. That looks like wild wheat. There we go. And isn't that pretty? Just like that one, only it's a different shade. I love these colors together. They're just so nice and icy. Good for winter. Look at this one. Oh, isn't that just spectacular? It could be water, it could be snow, it could be anything. There's the other side. Here's another one of those. And the other side looks like that. Here's some thistles. And that's that side. And then this last design. That's a lot of designs, isn't it? Oh, I think that was the first one I did. Anyway, you get the gist of it. The one that I'm going to use today, what is this called? I have no idea. I can't find the white little package. Oh, here it is. Here it is. And it's got a lot of colors. It's called Thoughtful Journey. And it's got a gazillion colors in it. So we're going to now put that aside. We're going to do another Hills of Tuscany card using this designer paper this time. This is one from the collection. This is what it looks like. Looked like that. See that, all the Cajun and the Mossy Meadow and the old olive. The other side is like this. We're going to use this side, and we're going to use this for the inside. So what we're going to make is this card. Another one using the arch. And this time I won't stamp the sky. I'm just going to use the sky that's here. And we're going to, and then this is the inside. We're going to use part of the paper. So I'm using all 6 inches of the paper this way. So this one I just cut at, oh, I don't know what it is, 3.5, I think. 3.5, yes. Just 3.5 by 6. And we're gonna cut some off. So let's do our stamping. Let's bring in our pieces. And so we're going to use a Crumb Cake base. It's 4 1/4 by 11. 5.5 is the scoring mark. It's a top fold like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our inside. This is 2 inches or 2.5 inches. We're going to put that right in here. And I'm going to do that right away. And we're going to put that right to the top. We're going to just cut that off. We're going to be able to just slice it off like this. You might want to measure it. But anyway, that works like that. And then we're going to do our inside. We're going to do, the inside is going to be a little smaller than normally. It's 3.5 by 4 3/4. And that DSP was 2 inches right here by 5.5. And I should have cut it first. I wish I could make this better. And let's see. Wishing you comfort. We're going to do this. Again, we're going to do this in the Cajun Craze. I'm doing Cajun Craze. So we're going to bring in our stamps, our piercing mat. There we go. And we're going to stamp Wishing You Comfort. There we are with the Cajun. And we're going to do some Cajun on the front. But we're going to put this, we're going to save that for right there. And let's see, where is my my little cutout pieces? Oh, there they are. So I have a couple different, I have a white and I have a Cajun. We could try a, let's see once here. Oh, I have a Crumb Cake too. Maybe we'll try Crumb Cake. We'll see how that looks too. And I have a Cajun, but this one is sort of torn. It's sort of torn, so I would maybe have to use it like that. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see when we get that far, okay? And I already have a house cut out too, just in case we want to add that. So what I would do now is, where is my designer paper? Oh, here we go. So I'm just going to hold it on here. I want to be sure I get this toward the bottom. And I'm just going to hold it. Now you might be a little bit more precise, but I'm just going to slice it off because this is all going to be hidden. I'm going to save this little piece for something. Who knows? Okay, I'm not taping or anything. I'm just holding it in place and I'm going to stamp. I wish I could make this better. Like that. And give that a good cleaning. And my chamois next to me here. And let's see, let's do our house. I'm going to show you what I do. We're going to do a Crumb Cake house. you're going to tell me whether you like it like this, like that. I think not. I don't think it's going to work that way, but I'm going to show you how you can stamp. You could if you wanted. It's not horrible, but I think it's better if it's cut out with a my little house right here. We're going to actually pop that up with some dimensionals, but we're going to do our trees first. But I think that would work. It does work this way, but it's better if you actually. I stamped it on a white sheet of paper, scrap, and then I fussy cut it. So let's do that. Okay, we're gonna do some trees, and we're gonna do some little stones or whatever. We have flowers that are dry. We're gonna do some trees, and let me see if I can find those trees. Oh, here is that hillside piece that I forgot to use before. Interesting. I forgot to use that. I'm really sorry, but anyway, we won't do that. We won't use that then. Let's see, where are my trees? Here they are. Okay, let me get the Mossy Meadow. Thank you for commenting and hearts up, and what number is that paper? Well, Jeannie, I'm going to look for you in just, I'll tell you that. That paper, I love the way Stampin' Up! Has done this. Now, you can just type in Thoughtful Journey if you're a demonstrator, and the paper, everything will pop up. And the number is 163303. You can take a screenshot of that or copy that down. 163303. It's not available to customers until May 1st, but as demonstrators, you can order it early. So now I'm going to put some cypress trees in here, right there, and we're going to put. We're not going to put a sun in this one. We're going to put some more trees. Put them right there, just like that. And I think that looks pretty good. We're going to put a few little dried flowers. Maybe it's fall. And the flower one is going to be this same one that we used before. We used it for the lavender, and we're going to put it just right. You have to really press a little harder when you're stamping on designer paper. It's a little bit more porous. I don't want to get it on my white. I just got a little edge on the white there. It would be better to take it off, obviously. I didn't. Okay, we've got a lot of stamps here that are all, some are clean and some are dirty. Okay, let's close that up. I think we're good. And I don't like it just stamped like that very well. So we can do it like this with the white on the crumb cake, like that. Or we could do crumb cake and crumb cake like this. Which do you think? We could do that, or we could do the Cajun again. Which one? Which do you think? Crumb cake, white, or Cajun? Or maybe I have some, let me see what else I have here. I have one more piece of the green. I don't like that with it. But we could always do, we can't do that. We already have the inside already done. So you tell me, do you want, which one of these three should we use? So you tell me that next, and then we'll try to look at the comments. So we're going to put this down. I like having that little leftover strip on the inside. It just carries it through. You're covering it up, of course, but it shows through a little bit like that. Looks nice. What's this? Oh, there's our scene. So we're going to put our tree, or not a tree, our house on there right now, and I'm going to use some dimensionals to do that. So there we go. Does anyone who's on here from Wisconsin say how the weather is today? I know they were getting tons of snow yesterday, and the forecast does not look good for stopping to see my mom. There we go. Isn't that pretty like that? And so how is the weather in Montana? So I'm thinking it's pretty good and looking pretty good to go home to 50 and 60 degree weather. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Too sweet, crumb cake, Cajun, white. Oh goodness, Cajun or crumb cake? Crumb cake or Cajun? Cajun, the watercolor paper. That's what I gave you, the number. You'll have to go back, Jeannie, now. Thank you very much. Thank you for your, you know, it's really easy when you're ordering now. You can just type in things like online exclusives and they'll all pop up. It's really neat. So let's see what's, okay. How many, we have crumb cake, snow showers in Vernon County. Okay. That's, I don't know where that is. What part of Wisconsin is that? Okay, crumb cake, white, crumb cake. I think we'll do crumb cake. I think we have that. We're going to do that. Okay, so now we're going to take our silicone mat. I'm going to put this down and I'm going to add some Tombow. Tombow gives you just a little bit more wiggle room with your stamping. How many of you own this stamp? I think it's one that's just, I'm sorry that it's retiring because I like using it. But I think I'm going to keep it because it's got a little bit much there. We don't want to have so much that it smears outside. So I'm going to wipe some of that off a little bit. And now we can take this and just cover it up. You want to make sure the house is nice and straight. The sky is beautiful, isn't it? Like that. And let's take our card. So let's take our crumb cake that we've already done. It's going to be crumb cake on crumb cake. It actually would be nice to have a little bit of white, but I don't think that's going to work because I don't have a white. Well, let's see once I have a white mat, but it's right there and I don't have it. That would have been, that we'll just use crumb cake on crumb cake, just like that. And now we're going to have to cut, I'm going to have to cut another sheet. So the sheets are big like this, and I'm going to slice off a little bit at the bottom, and I'm going to do, big scissors works nicely for this kind of thing. You can use your small scissors too. And I just cut up these other pieces, but it's my favorite way of creating. So, okay. So, I'm going to take our friends Craig and Mel. We're going to the pool this afternoon, the beach. And, so I hate to leave. The weather has finally gotten so nice. And, going to get to, I've got a busy day today. We all went, Terry and Craig and Mel and I all went to early breakfast, and then I went to the chiropractor off the island, and then I came home and I got ready for this, which I was already ready, but anyway, and now I had this. So then we're going to the pool. We belong to a club called the Pass Club, and they have a beautiful pool. And we're going there to swim this afternoon. Yesterday, we went on a wonderful boat trip with, Terry took us, and his cousin and her family. And we had a really nice day. It was just absolutely gorgeous. We're going to use a little bit of dragonfly right there on those flowers or weeds. And there is our card, all finished for today. And there is the Cajun Craze. What do you think? Which do you like better? Do you like, I sort of like the contrast with the Cajun. This one doesn't have enough definition, but it's okay. It still works nicely. I wish I could make this better. All right, let's turn the camera. Close your eyes if you get dizzy. Here we go. Oh, you like the Cajun? I do too, Levon. So it's, yeah. But it gives you an idea. There are all kinds of things. It would be better. It would have been nice with a dark green, or the Mossy Meadow would have been pretty, or old olive, but I didn't cut one of those. I don't know what I was thinking. So you like the Cajun. I think that's probably going to be the typical thing, is you like the Cajun a little bit better, but both look okay. So that is that new paper. So again, those of you who are demonstrators, and if you're not a demonstrator and you would like to join I would love to be your demonstrator if you need a catalog. Coming up, I do my mail order catalogs, so they will be, if you were on my list and you shopped with me in the past 6 months, you will automatically get a calendar, not a calendar, a catalog. And thank you so much, Stacy. You're very welcome. Thank you for my safe travels. Yeah, it'll be interesting. That paper is a must. It's called Thoughtful Journey, and that number again is 163303 for those of you who are a demonstrator. If you decide you would like to become a demonstrator to get a discount, you get a 20% discount, and you can pre-order this whole month of April then. Otherwise, you have to wait until May. So that's it, folks. Next week, I'll be in Montana. I'll be coming to you live from Bozeman, Montana, and I think it's probably going to take me 3 days or so to unpack the huge amounts of boxes that I have. And they have to, some of them have to arrive too first before when I get home. They won't arrive the first day I get back. So anyway, that's the plan. So have a great day, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter. We did, and it was beautiful weather here, so nice. Next year, Easter is very late. This year, it was very early, so how strange. We get such variations in time for Easter, not like Christmas or Thanksgiving, where it's always the same. Okay, that's it, friends. Take care, and please, if you like the video, please thumbs up, hearts, and comment, and I will see you next Tuesday. Alrighty, thanks. Bye-bye.